religion has allowed weak people to lead us. Now, this is something that a lot of people do not realize, but the truth is, religion has allowed weak people to lead us. Even if you do not believe in any religion, you do not realize how the religion that is practiced in your country affects your behavior. You do not realize that, but it really does. Because a lot of people in your country believe in that religion. It's crazy that when a person who's religious behave like a mentally ill patient, we tell ourselves that they're just hearing from a higher power. They're just hearing from God. We never tell ourselves that, this person might have real mental problems. No, they might make claims that are not real. But it doesn't matter as long as they take themselves seriously. A person that is religious can say that someone is going to die in a week. Even if that does not happen, their followers are still going to take them seriously. Their followers are not going to be like, hey, you said that person is going to die. Why are they still alive? No, we never question anything. See, so we allow their delusions to continue. Can you imagine that if a person who had schizophrenia was taken very seriously in our society, how things would be? If they say, oh, I'm seeing an alien. This alien is saying 1, 2, 3. Imagine if they gain the following. Imagine what would happen. We're allowing people that are weak to lead us. People that cannot see things as they really are. We're allowing them to lead us, and they become really powerful in our society, and we wonder why we're suffering like crazy. We're suffering because we're being led by people that are delusional. And like I'm telling you that even if you have realized that the religion that is popular in your country is not real, even if you have realized that, it still affects your behavior. On a subconscious level. There are things that you do because you were raised in a society that believes in that religion. This is something that people do not realize. It's crazy that people really believe those that claim to have supernatural abilities, even if they do not prove that, even if they cannot prove that. If I lie to people and say that I'm a medium, for an example, they will believe me. If I said, if I met a person and say, I'm talking to your granddad, who passed away. Your granddad is saying that he sees what you are going through and is with you. You must be strong. You must never give up. Don't worry. That person is going to think that what I'm saying is real. This is something that a lot of people are not realizing. This is the truth. I'm about to tell you the truth. Adults are just big babies with problems. That's what they are, big babies with problems. That is why they act like babies. See, they believe in things that are not real. Babies believe in things that are not real. Telling an adult that believes in God that God is not real is like telling a child that believes in Santa Claus, that Santa Claus is not real, you know. Sometimes I don't tell people the truth because I'm realizing that, you know, they're just big babies, man. Maybe that's the only way for them, you know, to, you know, remain sane. I mean, even though they're kind of insane, but, you know, things will become worse if they really realize what is going on. So they kind of have to be lying to themselves. But really, there are no real grown-ups, you know. Adults are just big babies with problems that they do not even know how to deal with. That is why they allow delusional people to lead them. And if you try to tell them that, you know what, man, you are being led by a delusional person here, they're gonna hate you. The same way that, you remember when we were kids, we'd just be playing with other kids, you know, pretending to be parents. Imagine if a kid told us that, you know, the games that you're playing are not real. You're not real parents. Imagine how that would make us feel. You see, we're just babies, man. And babies want to have fun. And one of the best ways for babies to have fun is to believe things that are not real. You see? It's to believe things that are not real. So they have to believe in God. They have to believe in Jesus. Let me tell you a secret. I'll tell you another secret right now. If Jesus was real, I mean, he isn't. I'm sorry, he isn't real. Yes, I know he isn't real. Because I know some people be like, how do you know? Like, I know. I just know. Just debate with me. Just tell me that, no, I think you're wrong. And, you know, let's have a debate, you know. Let's see who wins. But yeah, he isn't real. But let's just say he was. Let's say he was. And he came back. A lot of people that are Christians, wouldn't follow him. They wouldn't even recognize that that's him. You want to know why? It's not Jesus that they really love. It's the idea in their mind. You see, they are in love with what they want Jesus to be, not Jesus himself. They will treat him like a cult leader, you know. They will say, oh, that's a cult. That's a cult, you know. They'll treat his followers, you know, the same way that they treat people that are in cults. They will not, I mean, how will they recognize him? Think about it. How will they recognize him? I mean, everything that they think they know, they've read from a book that was written many, many years ago. And it's not even the original book, you know. Many copies have been made since, like, the original book was written. So how do they really know that it's real? How do they know that their religion is based on something that is true? See, so even if Jesus really existed, they will not be able to recognize him if he came back, you know. Because they are in love with the idea that they've created in their mind. It has nothing to do with what is true. You see? Because that's what humans do. They create an idea, like they like to create stories in their minds, you know, stories that make them feel good. You see, truth is, we don't love each other as people, so we want to love an idea, you know. We create an idea of a perfect human that we will love. You know, there are a lot of people that say, oh, I love Jesus, you know, even if the whole world would turn on me, even if people betray me, Jesus is with me. Now they're in love with the idea. Do you know Jesus? I mean, what if he was an asshole? So they're in love with an idea, not what is really true, because truth hurts. Truth make people feel uncomfortable. If you found kids playing and told that kids that play believe in Santa, if you found them playing and told them, yo man, Santa isn't real, they'll probably cry. They'll probably hate you, because them believing that Santa is real made them feel good, you see, and they wanted to continue to feel good. So you've ruined that for them. Sometimes when I'm debating with Christians, I do feel like holding back. Like, I mean, they believe this and it makes them feel good, man. I feel like a villain here. I'm the bad guy because, I'm woke. I know that this shit isn't real, but they feel like it is and it makes them feel good. But a part of me is like, you know what? Them believing that this shit is real causes a lot of problems. So, yeah, they need to be told what the truth is. You see, just like I'm telling you that religion has allowed weak people to become leaders. You see, because it doesn't matter what religion you believe in. If you believe in a country where a lot of people believe in a certain religion, you still be affected by their beliefs. It doesn't matter what you believe in, you still be affected by their beliefs. Even the laws will be made, based on their beliefs, you see. Their sense of morality will be derived from their, religious beliefs. So you see, it will affect you. You find laws that do not make sense being implemented. You see, that is why many countries are against assisted. I can't say the word because they might YouTube might not monetize this video. I live in a crazy world. This is one of the reasons why I'm telling you that religion has allowed weak people to lead us, because it really is people that will be complaining if you talk about these things. It's not like people that are actually sane, people that are actually smart. People that are smart would want society to actually talk about these kind of issues. But yeah, the reason why assisted and euthanasia has not been made illegal in many countries. No, I think there's only like maybe 4 or 5 countries that have legalized euthanasia. The reason why is because of what the religions that people believe in. If you ask them what's wrong with euthanasia, they won't really be able to tell you. They'll just say it's against, you're playing God, something like that. Playing God. Like, motherfucker, I don't believe in your God. I don't believe in your delusions. You are you. You will be playing God. This is one of the biggest problems that I have with religious people. They don't understand that that's their delusions. Can you imagine if kids wanted to, like, believe, created, their imaginary friends and then wanted everyone to play with their imaginary friends? Can you imagine that? Like, yo, that's your imaginary friend. Play with that, with your friend. Don't make me play with your friend. That's your friend. It's not my friend. Is it? So we've ended up with a society that actually believes in things that really make zero sense, because of religion. That's what we've ended up with. So people are implementing laws based on what they believe that is not even real, and they want those laws to affect everyone, and they cry when those laws don't affect everyone. Isn't that crazy though? That's why I'm telling you that adults are just big babies with problems, because they cry when people do not follow their laws. Like, they're not, when people say, you know what, these laws shouldn't be implemented, they cry. They want to hold us back. They want to hold everyone back. And there are many, in this world, like, rational people are outnumbered. Isn't that crazy though? Like, people that are actually rational are outnumbered. So that's why society makes zero sense. People are just grown up babies with problems. They're not very different from babies when you really think about it. They're not very different from babies, man. Think of the way that we do things. Like, why do we do the things that we do? Are we doing these things because these things are really important? Are we doing the things that we do because we need to be doing these things, or we're just playing a game, really? It's all just a game. The same way babies would play a game and be serious about it, because we're just playing a game. People who do not fit in our society will lock them in prison. Babies do the same thing, in a different way. They're not gonna play with kids that, they don't want to play with. Like, we're not gonna play with you. You don't belong in our society, little society that we've created. We don't like you. We're like that as humans. That's why there are lots of homeless people in this world. So that's just big babies with problems, man. They're not even smart. What do they know? Like, what do adults know that children don't know? Isn't that crazy? Like, how many adults have you met that are really smart? I like this joke that Joe Rogan made, my favorite comedian. I was talking about how dumb people are outbreeding smart people. So I was saying, how many people are really smart in this world? How many people have you met that are really smart? Because I know I'm stupid, but I'm smarter than almost every person that I meet. Because that's actually how I feel as well. Like, I don't feel like I'm like, I do feel like I'm smart when it comes to seeing reality as it is, but when it comes to some other things, I don't feel like I'm that smart, but it's crazy that I'm smarter than almost every person that I meet. Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? I mean, I don't even feel like I'm smart, but I'm actually smarter than almost every person that I meet. Isn't that crazy? So you see, they're just big babies with problems, That's why they're not smart. We're just, as humans, we just want to have fun. It's just that we became too serious and started believing in our own bullshit. We've created a prison for ourselves, based on a lie, based on something that is not real. And everyone has to pretend as if this prison is real, that we've created. Everyone has to follow the laws that are stupid that we've created. Anyone that does not follow these laws is getting punished, These fucking babies, man. If you live in a country where smoking weed is illegal, you get arrested if you smoke weed. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that stupidity at its highest level? I know what some of y'all are thinking. Oh, it's bad. Like, yeah, you're just a baby. Isn't that what I'm telling you? You're just a baby. You have to understand this. You are you. You are seeing things from your perspective, from your own limited perspective. You're not another person, right? So another person is themselves. They're seeing things from their own perspective. So if they do something that you do not like, and that's not affecting other people in a negative way, and you complain, you're just a fucking baby. Like, why are you complaining? If someone does this, why do you complain? What does what they're doing have to do with you? How does what they're doing affect you? It has nothing to do with you. You're complaining just because you're a baby. Isn't that obvious though? You are only complaining because you are just a baby. And that's what I'm telling you, that adults are just big babies with problems. And this is something that a lot of people, do not realize. No, this shit is not real. Most of our laws are not based on something that is true. The rules that we have are not based on something that is true. Our behavior as a collective is not based on something that's true. Like, people don't even care about truth. The same way that children do not care about truth. Do you think children care about truth, or they care about what makes them feel good? They don't care about truth. So that's why we've ended up with a society like this. That is why people who speak the truth are treated like villains in our society. That is why people that are actually real, people that are doing things that are real, people that are not playing this stupid game that society is playing, are treated like villains in our society. People that are like, you know what, I'm not gonna believe in the stupid religions that you believe in. I'm just gonna do my thing. I'm not gonna follow the rules that you've created. Fuck that. I'm just gonna live my life. What it means to be human to me is not what it means to be a human to you. I'm not like you. We're different. I'm doing my own thing. I think the best way to live your life is to just be real, man. You just do exactly what you want to do, regardless of what other people are doing or what other people are thinking. That's the best way to live your life. You must not be playing the stupid games that society has created, because these games are not even based on what is really true. You see, if you want to be a real adult, then you must stop playing these stupid games. These stupid games are causing a lot of suffering, a lot of unnecessary suffering. That's why we've ended up with the world that we've ended up with. Society is afraid of truth. You see, that is why people who lie are respected in our society. People who lie a lot. You see, if you realize that people who lie are respected in our society, the kind of pastors that I was telling you about, pastors that will be claiming to be hearing from God, pastors that speak in tongues, they are loved in our society. If you want to be loved in our society, just lie to people. Just do that. Lie to people and you're going to be loved in our society. Just tell people what they want to hear. Tell them that, I speak to aliens. I speak to aliens and this is what aliens have told me. Oh, you're going to have their attention and they're going to love you. And they're going to follow you willingly. They're going to follow you willingly. So, yeah, man. The rules that we're supposed to follow, the laws that are governing us, they're not real. They're not based on something that is real. And a lot of people do not realize that. That's what's crazy. And that's because, just like I told you in the beginning, that religion has allowed weak people to lead us. There's allowed people with mental problems to lead us. There's allowed people who are not strong to lead us. People who do not see reality as it is to lead us. Because we're afraid of the truth. You see? Society is afraid of the truth. So it has allowed people who do not speak the truth to lead it. You see? That's why people love lies, That's why I've been telling you that if you want to be loved by people, lie to them. People are going to complain when shit doesn't go there, it gets fucked up in the end because of the lies. Oh, these people are liars, these people are liars. Why do you keep on choosing them then? Why do you keep on voting for politicians that are liars? Are they to blame, or actually you are the one to blame because you keep on voting for these people. I mean, should they not take advantage of the fact that you love their lies? I mean, that's what being human is about. It's about taking advantage of whatever works for you, I guess. So if people are going to treat you like a hero for lying, then you take advantage of that. It's not your fault that you're taking advantage of that. They're the ones that must realize that, nah, man, this is stupid. Why should we allow people that are lying to us to lead us? Because that's not helping us in any way. They're just lying to us, and then we feel good when they're lying to us, but nothing goes right in the end. So things get fucked up in the end because they were telling us lies, you see? I keep on telling people that, you know, if someone lies to you, if someone manipulates you and gets something from you because they've lied to you or they manipulated you, don't blame them at all. Don't blame them at all. Blame yourself and work on yourself so that it doesn't happen again. That's what you do. That's how you improve. You don't blame them. You know, that's why I don't blame these fake prophets that are making a lot of money in my country. I'm like, yeah, they need to work on themselves, these people that are believing in these fake prophets. I was watching this other video of this other guy that was talking about this other prophet. I forgot his name. He's like, I was a millionaire and this guy took all of that from me. Like, yeah, you deserve that, motherfucker. You deserve that. Because sometimes we need to experience real pain in order to wake up. So you don't blame the pastor. The pastor is just doing what they're doing to survive. You see, should they not take advantage of you if you are retarded? They should. I don't blame them. I blame you. You work on yourself. Figure out what is true. It's your job to figure out what is true. Because here's the thing that you must realize. The people who speak the truth, you hate them. People like me, you hate them, right? You blame them for speaking the truth. You call them evil. So really, don't you deserve whatever happens to you if these fake pastors lie to you? They're not to blame. You are the one that should be blamed. You are the one that needs to keep on working on yourself. You are the one that needs to keep on evolving. You see? There's strong prayer on the weak in this world. That is what is true. That is what's natural. That's why I'm saying people should just not have children, because we cannot change that. You see? So the best thing that we can do is stop having children if we don't want people to continue to suffer, because that's not helping. I mean, does it make us happy when you're seeing people being exploited? I mean, unless it does make you happy, unless it makes you feel happy to see people being exploited, to see people being killed, to see people being manipulated, to see people working shitty jobs, to see a lot of people suffering. If that makes you feel good, I would say, yeah, it makes sense that you reproduce. But if that doesn't make you feel good, then you're only reproducing because you're retarded. Because if you are against suffering, then just don't bring more people here to suffer, because you cannot get rid of suffering. No one can get rid of suffering. I don't give a fuck how powerful you are. You can't get rid of suffering. Alright? Like I keep on telling you that suffering is not a bug. Suffering is a feature. This is where people suffer. This is where all the suffering happens. So if you are really against suffering, and if you are real, because if you are not real, if you are delusional, then you're going to convince yourself to do things that are not going to help anyone. But if you are real, you'll actually realize that, no, man, the best thing to do is make sure that I don't bring more people here, because that is what is true. If I don't want people to suffer, and I see that they're suffering because they're in this crazy world where people suffer, then why do I keep on bringing people into this crazy world where people suffer and then complain in the end? You see? That's a huge problem. I'm the one to blame if I'm doing that. If I keep on reproducing and then these people that come into this world end up suffering because of me. I'm the one to blame. You see? So we need to open our eyes and see things as they are. I think the best way to live your life is to just be real, man. Don't play by these stupid rules that have been created for you, that have been created to imprison you. These rules were created by people that are delusional. So why allow people that are delusional to control you if you are not delusional? We've given power to delusions, basically. That's what we've done as a society. And people do not want to shift away from that. They're very comfortable believing the lies that they believe, and anyone that tells them that these are lies, they're gonna have a problem with that person. You see, that's why they hate people that actually speak the truth. Thank you all, guys.